What's going on, guys? It's Dylan, and I'm back again with another comic book rant. Now today I want to talk about the Dollhouse, the Dollhouse family. Actually, issue 1. This is the second book to launch or to come out of the Hill House Comics, the Hill House Comics label. Presented by Joe Hill. I'm a huge Stephen King fan, so to be able to jump into Joe Hill, Stephen King's son, we're getting horror stories in comic book form. I can't ask for nothing better, man. I absolutely I love the issue. I think I still like Basket Full of Heads better, though, to be honest. But this was really fun. This was definitely like the second most anticipated one. Basket Full of Heads just was the main one I was really excited for. This one is not written by Joe Hill, but he does the bonus story of Sea Dogs, which that ended up only being like 2 pages. I really enjoyed it. The second read, it was a little bit more clear to me, but maybe I kind of read through it a little quick the first time. It might be easier for someone to catch right up on the first read. It starts off with like crash landing on Earth, and then they talk about like over millions of years we'll let like the crash landing like everything heal over us and everything will be back to normal. And the thing is, then it cuts to like the girl receiving the dollhouse from her great aunt. You find out that the person that originally made the dollhouse was Joseph Kent, and you actually find out when you're reading throughout more of the story that another part of this story is taking place in 1826, and that is revolving around Joseph Kent. There's 2 parts of this story going on. There's the story that is Alice and her dollhouse, and then there is which that takes place in 1981. Actually, it goes from 1971 to 81. So this issue, I think, like it kind of spans within 2 years, and the other part is, I guess, maybe like her grandpa, maybe Joseph Kent. Well, maybe not. I'm not sure. Or her great uncle, maybe, because it was gifted to her by her great aunt. And Joseph Kent was actually, he's the one who had the dollhouse created, and he had it made for his son. But Joseph Kent, he's like out measuring approximate boundaries for Ireland, for the land of Ireland. And he and this other guy, they finish up working. They decide they're gonna take a walk back because it's a beautiful day, and they stumble upon a cave, and this cave has like a weird kind of green glow to it. And the guy's like, Joseph Kent, he's like, well, I've heard about this before, I'm gonna explore this, and if it's more than 100 yards, I'll come back real quick, because the guy's like, don't go, because it's gonna get dark soon. So, and he's like, well, if it's more than 100 yards, I'll come right back, but we gotta figure out about this land anyway, so we should inspect it. So he inspects the cave, and he says like 100 yards. He ends up inspecting it for like 3 days. It goes 3 days later, and basically when they're like about to find nothing, and then he stumbles, and then he falls into where I guess where that kind of ties into the beginning with that crash landing. He crash lands, and he falls into this cave, and then he's like, what the hell? And he sees this big beast. Like you have no idea what it is. That's all in the beginning. They just say it's a beast. And basically then this woman appears, and she says, don't wake the beast. That woman, though, this woman that tells him not to awake the beast, she ends up like enticing him to make love with him, but he almost like is hesitant. He's like, I don't even know you, and she's like, well, you can get to know me. And then she's like, yeah, on your way, little man. um that's grand. So like she was on some ratchet shit. But that, like I said, then it goes back and forth between like the 1826 timeline and the 1981 or 79 timeline. And like I said, Allison is kind of having a rough time, and that's why she kind of is putting so much attention on her dollhouse, because that's really all she has to get her mind off of when her parents are fighting all the time. And her dad ends up beating her mom, and there's just nothing she can do about it. And you find out that the dollhouse has some magical powers, and they can say some magic words, and she can shrink Alice down, and she can come and play with the dolls in her dollhouse. And then you find out about some black room, and that actually gave me reminded me of a callback to another horror movie. And it only opens up when it wants you to come inside, and it lets Alice come inside, and it gives her an offer that I'll take care of your father before he kills your mother. Crap out of your mom so bad that she might die or something. So if you make a deal with me, I'll take care of him. And the only thing is, you gotta just live in the dollhouse forever. And she's like, well, I can't leave my mom, because her mom and her have a really deep bond. She's an only child, so that they have each other, which is good. And she's not down to make the deal, but it goes pretty crazy. After that you gotta check the issue out for that, because I already probably gave too much, honestly. But this was a great issue, honestly. I had a lot of fun with it. In the back we also get Sea Dogs, but like I said, it was only like 2 pages. Not really anything happened, so not much for that. But I'll definitely be picking up the next one, which I think is going to be Basket Full of Heads 2. So that's going to be the next one. I'm definitely excited for that, and I'll definitely be picking up the Dollhouse Family issue 2 as well. Like I'll be picking up all these other Hill House comics, because I'm really excited for those. Let me know in the comments down below if you've been checking these out and if you've enjoyed them. And if you guys hit that like button on your way out, hit the subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.